Hey fam, welcome. This video, I actually forgot to arrive this week because I've had a lot going on. So we are going to go over the Dune Collection, so all of the colours. Yeah. Let me just get my liquids out because I was not prepared. Alright. Yeah, so I have all of the colours from the Dune Collection, so Terra Crush, Soft Spot, Grey Area, Hidden Grove, Stone Era, Sahara Haze, Plum O'Clock, Dusty Rose was a limited edition one, I believe, Centre Sage, Dune Icing, and After Dark. So we are going to be swatching those and see what those colours look like. Just to forewarn, I am filming this in the dark and I've got light from my phone. So if it looks not as how I see it on the camera, that's probably why. I have not opened any of them. I've just labelled them. The numbers just correspond with my own list that I have, just so I can keep track of it. But I'm hoping these swatches will behave, because it's been sliding up and down, which has been real annoying. But yeah, for swatches, as per the last video I did on swatches, so basically I do 2 colours, 1 seal, 1 glow. I just do it that way because I don't see the point in doing more than that, just because they are swatches. But yeah, we'll see how everything turns out. What I know about this collection and what I've seen is they look like real earthy neutrals. Personally, I'm not that into earthy neutrals, but that's cool. Maybe down the track I'll find some kind of mani to have these for, but as it stands right now, earthy neutrals are not my favourite type of collection. But, you know, the one that I've been, like, when I've looked at the colours that I really loved was probably Dune Icing. And that's more because I really love stark whites and stark blacks. Yeah, After Dark is more like a grey one. You may see that they might be a little bit similar to some of the other, like the earlier shades. If I know them off the top of my head, then I'll probably comment on that, but yeah, aside from that. Yeah, so let's get started. So we are starting off with Terra Crush. Just checking if you guys can see what I'm doing. I've got a box over here. Oh, it's it reminds me of, like, not quite sand, but like clay. That's the colour it looks like, which is real interesting. So the liquids I'll be using is the sensitive ones, because I'm trying to transition over to them. The difference is that they take longer to dry and they are thinner to apply. But yeah, aside from that, they're pretty much the same as the rest. I did a bit of research into the sensitive liquids. I've done a video on it, so you guys will be able to see it later on, probably in a couple of weeks. The powder doesn't clean as much as it does to the sensitive liquids, as it does to the normal ones. And the glow is a bit funny. So basically with the glow, it glows if, like, it's curing in light. So if it's not curing in light, then you're not going to see the glow as much. But yeah, that's a real nice colour though. Alright, next is Soft Spot. Okay. Yeah, that's a real earthy one as well. That's an interesting one. Oh, Shivers. See what I mean? They're gonna skate and it's gonna annoy me, and I'm gonna try so hard not to swear. It's kind of like, maybe like dry dirt. But yeah, that's soft spot. I'm just dipping it twice because how I was saying, oh no, don't do that. With the sensitive ones, it can be a bit harder for the powder to grip to it. Alright, grey area. I'm expecting this to be grey. I think it is. Okay, it's like a bluish kind of grey. If that's your vibe, I actually kind of like that. See, like with doing swatches, it helps you to gauge what the colours actually look like as well. Because whilst Glamrdip does try to showcase their colours as best as they can, like for me as a consumer, I don't know how much lighting has been put into it. Because is it just enough lighting to make it look good? Or does it actually look like that? That's just something to keep in mind. See, with swatches, you'll know exactly what it looks like. Whatever lighting. Hidden Grove. Okay, it's kind of like, yeah, so it's kind of like, if you think like foresty, mossy kind of colour, that's what it looks like to me. Do I buff these? No. I don't really see the point. I'm the kind of person, like, I won't spend the time on something if there's no point to doing it. Because I believe that time is precious. See, look at that. It's quite nice. Okay, Stone Era. Oh, please don't do this. Oh my gosh. Okay, Stone Era. Okay. This is kind of like this one, but not as like yellowy. It looks kind of like a clay kind of colour. Oh my gosh. Like, yeah, like stone. Yeah. Kind of stone, kind of sand. That's a real nice one though. Oh. I forgot that it slid. Okay, so we got Sahara Haze. I would assume, because it's got Sahara in the name, that we're probably thinking like sand, but you know, that's just an assumption. Okay. not what I thought it would be. Now they do look similar to like some of the older colours that Glamrdip has, but not the same, if that makes sense. They're like a lot more earthy. Yeah, so that's Sahara Haze. Plum O'Clock. I've seen a lot of people do manis with Plum O'Clock. Plum O'Clock. Oh, it is quite a nice one. I know, random cut, you see my pup's head. She's a bit tired. Okay, next was Dusty Rose. So Dusty Rose, they didn't like actually sell it. I think it was if you got 3 colours, then it got added to your cart automatically. Yeah, so let's have a look to see what this sneaky colour looks like. Oh yeah, okay. It's it is kind of like dusty. It's quite nice though. It reminds me. There's another colour that's similar to it, but the neutrals. I don't really know them off the top of my head. Like some colours I remember like straight away, and some not so much. Yeah, it's quite a nice one actually. Remember, this is just the first coat, so once we put the second coat on, it's probably gonna look a bit more opaque. What does opaque mean? Solid, basically. Center Sage. See, when I wrote it, I wrote central. Then I realised, oh, so I had to try and like fuse the A and L into E. That's actually quite a nice one. It's like a limey colour, but an earthy lime. How's your guys' week been? Mine's been busy. I actually just had today off and I go back to work tomorrow. I don't know, bummer. But it is what it is. Yeah, that's a really nice one. It's kind of like a pastel-y green. I think it was Whimsy from the Pastel Collection. It kind of reminds me of that. Okay, Dune Icing. I would based on the name, I'm thinking like Sandy. Oh, jokes, this is the one I liked. Yeah, so it is really white. Let's have a look. So it's kind of like, it is a real earthy white though. And last but not least is our After Dark. Okay, that's different. Yeah, that's After Dark. Alright, that's our first coat. Alright, let's get on to our second coat. Don't ask me why that just happened. I don't know. The heck? I really like that center sage one. It's a real. I think because, like for me, I really love my lime milkshakes. I think that's why I really love that one. That's a really nice one. Yeah, I think my favourites are Center Sage and Dune Icing. This one's a really nice one too. Alright, that is all the colours done for base. And we'll get on to seal next. Alright. Pop base away, bring up seal. Do I buff this? Or swatches? No. I'm also like, what's the point? Oh, wow. That's a different consistency. I don't know if that's because of the sensitive base or maybe. I think it is. Because a couple of the others look like that too. Oh, what I'm talking about, it's like grainy. I think that's the best way to describe it. Come on, just stay there, man. Yeah, this one's like that too. It's like, it reminds, it's kind of like pores. So other liquids, the only one that's not sensitive is the one. What's the difference? It's just the sensitive ones are low odor, so it's not as like pongy as the normal ones. if the smell of the normal ones puts you off, I definitely recommend giving the sensitive liquids a try. Never know, could be right up your alley. Don't ask me why this happened either. See, if I was doing a mani and this happened, I'd be buffing that out so it's smooth. Oh, mate. Can't be the base because look, that's not done that either. Maybe it's, I don't know. Okay, that's seal done for all of them. Just gotta wait for that to dry. Shouldn't take too long. Yeah, that's dry. Yeah, it's not as noticeable once you put glue on. It's like, it looks like a texture. course that happened. Alright, so that's glow done. Now with, because we are using sensitive glow, so it can take a little bit longer to actually dry. I've kind of worked it out to maybe 5 minutes. So I'll just let 5 minutes go by and then we'll come back and talk about them on a more individual level. Alright, it's been about 5 minutes. Yeah, it's dry. Alright. So this is Terra Crush. It's a real earthy one. It does remind me of like maybe dry clay. Maybe bougie is the colour I'm thinking of. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's a really light brown. I think Terra Crush kind of it explains the colour really well. And next we've got Soft Spot. Another light that looks a bit different to down here. But yeah, it's kind of like a... I'm not sure if that's from the glow, but it looks like a slight shimmer. Might be from the glow. But yeah, it's like a real paley purple-ish. But yeah, it's a nice one. And then we have Grey Area. It's kind of like a bluey kind of grey. Yeah. Then we've got Hidden Grove. See, it looks different down here compared to up here. But yeah, I still think it looks like a mossy, like in the rainforest kind of mossy colour. And then we've got Stone Era. Yeah, that looks like stones. Like, it's kind of like Terra Crush clay. Like, if the clay... Terra Crush is kind of like clay was wet, and this is if it was, like, dry. Sahara Haze. This is kind of like a purpley brown. Like a real, tingy, slight tinge of purple in it. And Plum Clock. To be honest, I see why a lot of people are doing minis with this one. It is quite a gorgeous colour. I mean, it's not my cup of tea. But yeah, it's a really nice colour. Like real velvety, plummy kind of colour. And then Dusty Rose. That's a really nice neutral. Like a real dusty, paley, kind of white, brownie-ish, greyish, real earthy. And then Center Sage. I really like this one. It's like a pastel-y, earthy, kind of limey green. And then Dune Icing. This is our white. And it's more earthy than like Milky Way and Pillow Talk. Like those are just, Milky Way is like a milky white. Pillow Talk is straight up white. But this is, I don't know, it's got like a texture to it, if that makes sense. And lastly, we've got After Dark. Yeah, this is a more purpley, grey, light black kind of colour. Yeah, I think for me, still Center Sage and Dune Icing is probably my favourites. But yeah, that's the swatches for the Dune collection. What colours are you guys vibing with? Do you like the Dune collection? To be honest, the earth tone colours was not on my bingo card for this year, but you know, it's here. And I could see them working really well with existing colours. Yeah, but yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and hopefully you keep safe and look after yourself. Peace.